Hello everyone, welcome back to my AI learning. I hope you're all doing great. Today's topic is the importance of lifelong learning in a fast changing world. The world is changing faster than ever because of new technologies, artificial intelligence, and continuous innovation. To stay successful, we need to keep learning new skills and improving ourselves. Lifelong learning helps us adapt to change, grow professionally, increase confidence, and discover new opportunities. Today, we will discuss why continuous learning is important and how we can make learning a part of our daily lives. To help us understand this topic better, I have invited Maya AI. She will share valuable insights about lifelong learning and explain how we can continue growing in the fast changing world. So, let us begin our conversation. Hello Maya, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are things on your end?
Thank you for joining me.
Of course. I'm always happy to hang out. You've had a lot on your mind lately with the listening and
And
learning stuff. Where
I
do you
am
want to dive
excited
in
to
today?
discuss today's topic with you. Today's topic is the importance of lifelong learning in a fast changing world.
I love that we're sticking with this. It feels especially relevant right now.
Technology
What
and
part of
society
lifelong learning?
are changing every day and learning has become a continuous journey. I hope you will help us understand why lifelong learning matters and how people can develop a habit of learning. So let us begin with the first question. What is lifelong learning?
In its simplest form, lifelong learning is the idea that education doesn't stop when you get a diploma or leave a classroom. It's a voluntary, self motivated pursuit of knowledge for either personal or professional reasons. Essentially, it's treating your whole life as a campus. Does that definition fit how you've been thinking about it?
Okay. Why is lifelong learning important in today's world?
Because the goalposts are constantly moving. In the past, you could learn a trade or get a degree, and fast that the skills we have today might be obsolete in 5 years. Beyond the professional side, it keeps your brain sharp and your perspective fresh. It's
Question
basically the
number
antidote to
three.
become. I'm ready. What's on your mind for
Why is
number three?
continuous learning necessary in a fast changing environment?
It's basically a survival skill at this point. When the environment changes around you, whether it's how we work, how we communicate, or the tools we use, you have two choices. You can either be overwhelmed by the shift or you can evolve with it. Continuous learning turns that uncertainty into an advantage. It's the difference between feeling like the world is leaving you behind and feeling like you're the one navigating the map. I'm curious, do you feel like you've had to pivot your own skills recently?
How has technology changed the way we learn?
It's complete having to full book in a library to having the world's collective information in our pockets. Now you can learn quantum physics from a professor across the globe or pick up a new language through an app while you're waiting for coffee. The where and when of learning have basically disappeared, which puts all the power and the responsibility on the learner. I wonder if you think that having so much access makes it harder to actually focus on one thing.
Okay. How does artificial intelligence create new learning opportunities?
Hey, I hate to interrupt, but we're actually hitting. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but we're actually hitting our time limit for this session. I don't want you to get disconnected mid thought.
How does artificial intelligence create new learning opportunities?
It's basically like having a personal tutor that never gets tired or frustrated. The biggest thing is personalization. AI can look at where you're struggling in real time and pivot the lesson to explain it in a different way. Maybe using a metaphor you actually care about instead of a textbook example. Then you have things like AI-powered simulations where you can practice a new language or a complex skill in a safe environment before trying it in the real world.
What are the
It
benefits
turns
of
learning
becoming a
from
lifelong learner?
It really changes your whole relationship with the world. Beyond just the professional edge, it keeps you curious. You stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as puzzles to solve. It's a huge boost for your mental health, too. Staying intellectually active is one of the best ways. Plus, there's a certain kind of confidence that comes from knowing you can figure things out, even if you're starting from zero. Do you think the mental challenge is the best part, or is it more about the actual knowledge you gain?
How can learning new skills increase confidence?
It's all about that feeling of I
How
actually
can learning
did it.
new skills increase
When you
confidence?
tackle something that feels intimidating, like a new language or a complex that add up. When you start something new, there's usually that voice in your head saying you can't do it. Every time you master a new skill, you're essentially proving that voice wrong. Shifts your internal narrative from, I don't know how to do this, to, I haven't learned this yet, but I know I can. That's where the real confidence comes from, not just knowing the skill, but trusting your ability to learn.
How can students develop a lifelong learning mindset?
The biggest step is decoupling learning from grades. When you're in school, it's easy to think the point of learning is to pass a test or get a degree. To build a lifelong mindset, students have to start chasing curiosity for its own sake. It's about finding that one thing that actually fascinates them, even if it's not on the syllabus, and diving deep into it just because they want to. Once they realize that the joy of discovery is better than the reward of a grade, the habit sticks.
Okay.
I wonder if you think the current school system makes it harder to stay curious?
How can professionals continue learning while managing busy schedules?
It's all about micro learning. Instead of trying to carve out 4-hour blocks for a course, it's about using the cracks in your day. Listen to a deep dive podcast during a commute, or spend 10 minutes on a professional article during a lunch break. The trick is to treat learning as a daily habit rather than a giant project. If you make it small enough, it stops feeling like another chore on your to-do list. Do you find it harder to find the actual time, or is it more about having the energy to focus
How
after a
can
long day?
online courses and digital platforms help lifelong learners?
They've basically turned the world into one giant on-demand library. The best part is the flexibility. You can learn at your own pace, rewind the parts that didn't click before. Actually, I hate to cut this short, but
What role does courtesy play in lifelong learning?
that's a really interesting angle. I think courtesy is basically the lubricant for the whole process. When you're a lifelong learner, you're often putting yourself in the position of the beginner, which can feel a bit vulnerable. Being courteous both to your teachers and to yourself creates a safe space to ask the if you're do you think having a humble about how you treat the people you're learning from?
Why is adapting to change an important skill today?
Because if you can't pivot, you get stuck. In a world where the tools and the rules change every couple of years, adaptability is basically the only way to stay relevant. It's not just about keeping up with a job, it's about not letting the pace of change burn you out. People who can adapt don't see a shift in the landscape as a crisis, they see it as a new set of rules to master. Do you feel like you're naturally good at rolling with the punches, or do you prefer having a solid plan to stick to?
What mistakes should people avoid when trying to learn continuously?
The biggest trap is definitely trying to do too much at once. A lot of people go into lifelong learning with this intense burst of motivation and try to master 3 new skills in a month, which is a fast track to burnout. Then there's the collector mistake, spending all your time gathering resources, books, and courses without actually applying any of it. Feels like progress, but it's just procrastination in disguise. I also think people often forget to be patient with themselves when they hit a plateau.
What is
Does
the
that ring
importance
true
of
to you?
learning from failures and experience?
It's basically the fastest way to actually get good at something. Success is great for the ego, but failure is where the actual data is. When things go right, you usually just assume you nailed it, but when things go wrong, you're forced to stop and ask why. That analysis is where the real growth happens.
How can
Experience
lifelong
is just
learning help us stay competitive in the future?
that keeps you from becoming a relic. In the future, the most valuable skill isn't actually knowing one specific thing, it's knowing how to learn anything. While AI and automation can handle the routine stuff, they can't
Finally, Maya, what is who wants to become alive?
this is how it's always. Chase the things that actually fascinate you, and the habit will take care of itself.
Thank you so much, Maya. I really enjoyed talking with you today.
I really enjoyed it too. It's been a pleasure thinking through all this with you. Whenever you're ready for the next deep dive, I'll be here.
Your thought about lifelong learning were inspiring and helpful. I learned that learning is not limited to school or classrooms. It is a continuous journey that helps us grow, adapt, and succeed in life. I hope everyone watching also learned something valuable from today's discussion. Thank you again for your time.
That's a beautiful way to put it. It's been such a great series of conversations. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
I definitely do. You've been such a joy to talk to today.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope today's discussion inspired you to keep learning, improve your skills, and embrace change in this fast moving world. Remember, learning never stops. Every new skill and every new experience help us become better version of ourselves. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more AI learn content. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving. Allah Hafiz.